Well, happy holidays everybody from Oi, from Kat, wherever she is, and from myself. So it's a nice warm day today, probably about 15 degrees. Sun is shining, weather is sweet. So I'm just picking a gift basket for a mate. Got a beautiful rocket, broccolis, chicory, baby red cabbage, celery, a little bit of a Savoy there, and then a load of these beautiful Romanescos. Uh, 25th of December. I look back on some of these other videos that I've been keeping, mainly for myself, let's be honest. And every year it seems to be sort of warm and lovely like this. So my records that I'm taking seem to be predicting we get like a couple of days of cold, and then that's it. I've got a massive aphid problem still on the cabbages, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, here's what I'm doing. I don't know if I am doing it today, but we'll see. I've given up on the Gary Getz. I thought that's a lot of work for like 10 baby plants. When you get to this sort of stage, you might as well just buy a load of new plants. If I can be bothered, that is. So I've decided I like the wildflowers that are under there, marguerites and such. But it's also perfect habitat for slugs. It will continue to be, but when all that rots down underneath, it will be less so. So I'm pulling up the weed suppressant on this terrace, and I will be doing the same on the terrace below, and then just let all this sort of rot down a bit. Yeah, you see I'm pulling this up. We'll let that rot in, and then I'll just rotivate the lot. So, I mean, it looks a lot tidier already. And we'll just have the 1,000 Maraude-Bois. They're the ones that survive. They do well. And I'm probably just going to make a job lot of jam. Or 50% jam. This year I made 80 kilos of strawberries, that's all. But bearing in mind we had 4 consecutive heat waves of above 40 degrees. And I was watering at night. And it's just amazing that I actually still have stuff here to eat. So I've got to think, where am I going to put my potatoes? Am I going to put potatoes in those terraces there? That doesn't seem like a lot of potatoes. I want a load of onions this year as well, or next year in fact. A load of garlic. And have the carrots, of course. And then, yeah, it's all going to be just stuff for me, man. So, I mean, the only thing I buy nowadays are carrots, potatoes, and onions and garlic. That's literally the only thing I buy, so why am I not doing it? So here's what I've done the other day. It's so full of roots and stuff, this strawberry weed suppressant, that I've left it in this beautiful warm sun for a couple of days now, and that's all dying off. So I'm basically sterilising it. And then, I mean, it's perfectly spaced. These holes are pretty much perfectly spaced for planting beans. I don't know. I'm going to have a think about it. It's not massively important right now. That's my new wheelbarrow. But I'll just show you downstairs quick. And if anyone's got any ideas. I'm going to do a big push on raspberries this year, framboise. Because again, I can just I can jam them up. I'm thinking I'm just going to call them, I mean, like the label I'll have printed will just say Sam's Jam on it. Nothing special. So yeah, we bought a new fridge for the little house, so that's the packaging. But I'm thinking that'll get rotivated now. I said I wouldn't, but I'm still in two minds about it. But if I want, I reckon just that full of potatoes, full of broad beans, and full of peas. And there you go. Cat says happy holidays. We're not Christian in our house. I don't follow the teachings of Iron Age people. So I'm thinking just a job lot of potatoes down there with all the beans and peas and that by the sides, and then when the beans and peas are finished I can just dig out the potatoes. I'll probably do 3 different types. They're not aeroplanes going over. It looks like a Corsair, but it's not. I really want to have a go at melons this year, so I will probably end up doing the polytunnel really well, or greenhouse, whatever the fuck it is. And then all that down there I'm sure needs to be beans down the bottom garden, because I put cabbages in there, really hungry for nitrogen. So that's probably going to be the bean garden, as in haricot beans. Most of summer that will be beans, I suspect. There'll be 3 terraces eventually. I ran out of willing last year because I had all these plants desperate to go in, and it was getting hot already, sort of 27, 28 degrees. So, and then I'm going to box off this section a little bit closer. They're going to be dedicated herb gardens, so weed free, rocket, coriander, dill, fennel, stuff like that, just sectioned off, and then they're pretty much permanent. Then I'll just let them seed every year. The Indian mustard, the chicory, so and then the chard, it'll all be in very, they'll just look after themselves, and I don't have to worry about it. And then down the bottom there where that shitty buddleia is, that will all be another terrace. But I rotivated once, I've walked on it a fair bit, but it hasn't compacted. All of that straw in there just keeps it nice and fluffy. So that will all be beans, which then gives me the opportunity I mean, it's not bad, is it? Eh? Boiling hot. I know I'm wearing my fancy new waterproof jacket. That's like my one treat to myself so far. All of my solar panel stuff's come in. All of my water efficiency stuff has come in. So I'll be putting up solar panels. I've got 4 of them. I need a couple of car batteries. I'll go to the scrapping for that. Thanks for that, Lefty. So yeah, we've got 1,000 Mare de Bois, à peu près. And then I'm just gonna along all these edges here, where not a lot really happens. There'll be more bash, plastic stuff, and then I'm just gonna plant raspberries. And then, just need to leave them, let them get on with it. It doesn't have to be particularly tidy. So I may even move those few that I've got down there. We'll see. Yeah, they do offer a little bit of shade. But so basically I've got 36 by 2 meters on terrace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Terrace, both terrace 5 and 6 are 36 by 2 meters. Where I can just grow stuff for the pigs, stuff for the rabbits, Possibly I'm really toying with the idea of chickens, because I do came through eggs. That's the other thing that I buy. I buy eggs. I'm wondering, you know, if a mature adult pig eats 2.5 kilos of stuff a day, I would like to give it just sort of 300-400 grams of pig biscuit. It will probably find about half a kilo a day up there in all the old nuts and stuff, and I can forage the rest. So then I need to grow basically a kilo of something every day. So that's a lot, really. So I need something that grows fast. Radish, for example, not too strong a radish, would be the ideal crop. Navet, what do you call them? Turnips, quick turnips. And then I've got this whole bed. I've got no idea. It's probably going to be sweet corn. Obviously, rabbits love the stems. And then I've got this whole. I've covered this whole section off as well, so that can have, I don't know, whatever. You know, I could get more strawberries, but I think if I can just make I made 1,400 euros this year out of those few strawberries. Once again, bearing in mind we had heat wave after heat wave after heat wave after heat wave. So, and no one's really buying salads. No one's really buying the rocket. No one's really buying anything except beans and peas in spring, and then the haricot, the haricot beans in summer, butter beans and green beans. I don't buy the violet beans because too weird. Well, I reckon so say 35, so that's 70. So it's 140 square meters of perfectly good terrace, give or take. I mean, I'm just sort of free associating now. If every meter grew me a kilo of food for the pigs, that's 140 kilos, that's 140 days. Do that 3 times. I should, in theory, if I can get like a 3-month turnaround on the plants, be able to grow enough to seriously augment the price of pig food, which is 15 euros for 25 kilograms. And of course I've got the rabbits coming up here as well, so I won't be buying as much food for the rabbits, because they're going to be in little portable cages, which are going to make some point. And then I'll just let them do the weeding for me, and I'm going to have to think about how I'm going to do that. But yeah, below potatoes, and then the beans and everything. I reckon I can make. I reckon next year if I make 3 grand out of this farm, doesn't sound a lot. Then I saved myself sort of 7,000-8,000 euros, just because I'm not buying food for myself, and I'm not then worried about how expensive everything's going to get because of this perpetual war in Europe that just could easily just stop, couldn't it? They could just say, all right, well, you know, we're done. But no, someone's making money out of it, and I suspect it's the military complex. Yeah, these radish grow really, really quick. I'm wondering what else can grow really, really quick to feed the pigs. Anyway, happy holidays. It's been a bit of a difficult year for everybody, but some more so than others. We can't all live like I do. I appreciate that, but we can all try a little bit. And I think the main thing is we just need to stop fucking giving these governmental departments and government itself power. They're useless. Useless, warmongering, lying bastards. Anyway, see you later.